What's up, YouTubers? This is your boy, Big Metroid Fan 12, coming to you with another video game review. And this time I'm reviewing the game Tuff E Nuff, which was released on the Super Nintendo by Jaleco. And this particular game was requested by another YouTuber on one of my other videos. You know what I'm saying? And I agreed pretty much to review this particular game. Now, one thing that I noticed that that Tough Enough is compared to the early Street Fighter games in the franchise. You know what I'm saying? In terms of the color map, color palettes, the fact that when a fighter wins, they pose. You know what I'm saying? The fact that they have like three special moves and all that. You know what I'm saying? It seems like that there's only a handful of similarities between Tough Enough and the early Street Fighter games. You know what I'm saying? So that's I would say that's not a lot of similarities between them, but there's enough that it is noticeable though. You know what I'm saying? But as far as the plot is concerned, there's this guy named Jadu who pretty much finds a blue fighting suit, and he pretty much uses that same suit to take over the world. Then after he does that, he builds pretty much a giant tower, and he hires six guards to protect them. Then once after that tower was built, there were people who tried to take Jadu down, but they pretty much failed in doing that and everything. So somebody came up with the idea of having a tournament to see who would go to the tower and take down Jadu. But there was like four people who were like chosen to take part in this tournament to see who would go to the tower and take down Jadu and everything. Now the four people that were chosen were uh, Saho, Sazi, Kotano, and Sorts. And these are the four people that were picked, and these are the playable characters that you can pick from and all that. Now, once you pick one of them, you pretty much have to fight the other three playable characters before you can get to the tower itself and take on these six guards and Jado himself. So that was pretty much you have to face 10 characters overall. You know what I'm saying? Now, one thing about the guards, you will face them in this particular order. A guy named Beans, Dorf, Ramasuna, Gata, Shiro, Kaze, and Jado himself. You know what I'm saying? Now, pretty much it's kind of like it kind of the way they have the tower in terms of how you defeat, how you which the order of the guards that you face is pretty much kind of remind me of Mortal Kombat, where where the picture of the guard will show up and you go up higher in the tower. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. You know what I'm saying? Now there's three modes in Tough Enough, and they are the story mode, the one player to CPU, and the two-player mode. Now the story mode I just mentioned, where you pick one of the four playable characters to take down Jadu in that giant tower. Now then there's the one player to CPU, where you pick one of the four playable characters and you try to take down the six guards at the tower and everything. And then there's the two-player mode, where you and another player can pretty much pick two of the four playable characters and just have at it and do two out of three falls. You know what I'm saying? Now that's like another thing that's pretty similar to Street Fighter 2, is that it's a two out of three falls type of deal, but that's pretty standard in all fighting games and all of that. And another thing is that all of the characters in the game are from like different countries, and that's like another similarity between Tough Enough and Street Fighter and all that. Now, as far as the graphics and design of Tough Enough, it is pretty good. You know what I'm saying? It has a nice color palette and all that. You know what I'm saying? And as far as the gameplay is concerned, that's pretty good. Also, it's pretty fluent. You know what I'm saying? Um, it's kind of like the the special moves will takes a little time to get used to, but it won't take you long to like execute the special moves. You know what I'm saying? It might take you ooh, 30 minutes, an hour. I say shorter than that. It might take you the first match to do them to really execute the special moves, but one thing I can say, you can master them. Give or take a month, you know what I'm saying, playing it straight, you know what I'm saying. Now the music is pretty good, but it's not as good as say the early Street Fighter games, you know what I'm saying. It's particularly say like the first one, and the later three that were released and all that, you know what I'm saying. Now, as far as graphics are concerned, I have pretty much very few, you know what I'm saying, and they not really that major and all that, you know what I'm saying. I would recommend Tough Enough to anybody that's a fan of the fighting genre, you know what I'm saying, with games like Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, Killer Instinct, and all that, you know what I'm saying. But it seemed like Tough Enough is a game that's really hard to find. You know what I'm saying? If you lucky, you can find it at Ride Sale or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because I haven't like seen a hard copy of this game like within the last like 6 months or so. So if you lucky to see that game, snatch it, buy it. You know what I'm saying? It is a really good game. You know what I'm saying? As far as a score, I definitely give it an 8 out of 10. You know what I'm saying? Because the only complaint I do have is you're only limited to picking the four characters that I mentioned. You know what I'm saying? You can't play as the other seven characters in the game. You know what I'm saying? So I wish that the other characters were playable and all that. That could have been accomplished if there was a sequel to Tough Enough. You know what I'm saying? I wish that I wish a sequel of this particular game would have happened where you could play as the other characters that were non-playable. With that being said, if you like Tough Enough for the Super Nintendo, you can mention it in the comments section. You know what I'm saying? If you like a particular character that's playable, or if you like playing against a particular non-playable character in terms of one of the guards, you can also mention that. You know what I'm saying? If there's more similarities to between Tough Enough and Street Fighter, you can also mention that. If you like this video, don't hesitate to click the thumbs up button, and don't forget to subscribe. This is your boy Big Metroid Fan 12 signing off.